micro USB. So yeah, man, that concludes the video as far as the actual different types. Let's get into the close-up of all three of them. Let's get into it. So yeah, man, these are all your Arduinos. Are these the only ones that you can purchase? No, these are the most common ones, the most known ones that people buy. There's one that's called like an Arduino Omega. That's like the biggest one. I mean, this one's in here that I didn't actually drop on this list. I mean, there's different ones. It's all types of different ones that's knockoffs. The list goes on, but these are like the most common ones ultimately. So let's get into each one. I'm gonna just zoom in, go through all of the ports, actually just go into details on each individual one so you can pick the absolute best one for your money. So yeah, man, jumping into your Arduino Uno. This is the classic, the most known one that everyone know about. Everybody always have one of these during your senior design project. 9 times out of 10, this is the one that you will end up purchasing before you start any project. Just jumping into it. These are pretty much the ports. So with this one, I like the fact that they also put the same labels and numbers on the actual port, so you get to see both sides. Sometimes it could be a little bit challenging trying to put certain wires into the ports without having to actually look down from a distance, or if you're rushing, you could easily just put the wrong, in particular, wire into a port. That's how the actual Sunfounder. You see what I mean? If you were in a rush, or if you didn't like really zoom in on the actual port, I mean, right here on this camera, it's really easy to see which one. But I mean, let's say you're right here and you just really just putting stuff together, right? You could easily end up just slipping and putting one too far up or one too far back. So that's one thing I actually like about the Uno. You actually get to see the actual print, you know, the numbers, the letters, all that good stuff right on the sides of it. You can kind of see from a distance. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's something that I really like. And you get to see it on both sides. So that's pretty dope. That's pretty sick. So jumping into the Sunfounder, you pretty much get to see the exact same thing to the T, just like the Arduino Uno. Like I said, it works exactly like it. The only difference is it's a China knockoff, and you don't get those actual numbers and letters on the sides, just like how you do with the Arduino right here on the sides, on the black ports. You actually see the numbers and letters. Yeah, you don't get that on the Sunfounder. That's like the only thing, but I mean, it's half the price. If you're balling on the budget, you know what I'm saying, just go ahead and get the Sunfounder. It works just as good as the Uno, but you just don't get those nice letters and numbers on the side. So this right here is actually a reset button right here. Right here is a reset button. Yes, it just reset everything. So if you coded it to do anything and just for some reason you wanted to just start over from scratch, or you want the whole entire project to run over again, you would just press this button and it'll instantly just restart everything. Same thing with this one. Just press that button and it'll just restart everything to the T, and everything will just restart. That's pretty much it. Okay, so ultimately you would just use like the 3.3 volts or the 5 volts for your power. Your ground, of course, you're gonna need a ground. And then these A0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are more so for signal pins. But if you want to like control something like analog wise, that's what the A stands for, it's analog wise. Basically, if you want to increase the electricity or down the electricity without actually allowing it to just, you know, turn on to a certain point and then turn off to a certain point, right? Over here, you have your digital pins, where basically you can actually tell it exactly what you want to do, but you can't control it like a knob where you can actually turn up the electricity as much as you want or turn down the electricity as much as you want. It's pretty much set in stone for these particular pins, and these are the most common ones, because at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10 you're just going to want to turn something on to do something and turn it off. Like everything isn't going to require like a knob for you to actually control how much electricity you want to come out and go in. I hope that makes a lot of sense. So 9 times out of 10, yeah, that's why it's so many ports over here for that, because it's the most common one. The analog one, not so many, because I mean, how often are you gonna actually be controlling stuff? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much it. As you guys can see, a lot of you guys ports and letters are pretty much similar to the Uno, right? See how everything pretty much ties in, and it's pretty much the exact same thing to the T. Exact same thing. So you have your ground right there. You have your D2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So everything will be coded the exact same way. Then you have your analogs over here. So everything all ties in the exact same way. And then you have your button. So this one specifically, if you wanted to reset everything, just like how I just told you about the Uno, right? Except you have a button that's in the center. If you just want to reset the whole entire code. So that will pretty much be it. And as you guys can see, like I just mentioned, everything pretty much still shows the exact same way as the Uno. Let me show you guys the back. Ports. That's your Nano, Arduino Nano right there. Alright, so jumping into my little buddy, as you guys can see, we have our numbers the same way on this side. You see the numbers right there. Those are going to be your actual digital outputs over here. And then over here we have our analog. You see where you actually see the A's. So then you'll have some analog pins. Still have your VCC. That's what will be your voltage pin. You have your ground. You have your raw for another voltage pin. Then over here you have the same stuff over here. You got more ground pins and all of that stuff. And like I said, all of this still ties in with the Arduino Uno. You can do everything on here that you can do with an Arduino Uno. So everything ties into the same exact thing. And the language is C++, man. Long as you know how to actually code everything in C++, you can just copy and paste. And the only thing you'll have to worry about is the specific pins that's on here and make sure that they line up. And that's pretty much the whole entire video for all of the main or most popular Arduino microcontrollers. So go ahead and pick y'all up one. Go ahead and create and make a new invention. I also wanted to point out, so for the Arduino Nano, as you guys can see, the solder is so clean. So typically if you buy a Nano, 9 times out of 10, it'll be really easy for you to find one that's already connected and already have solder on it, and the pins won't move, they're stable, and it's good to go. Some of them you can find where it's similar to the actual Micro, where you will basically have to solder the pins on there. But I mean, for the most part, it'll be better to just go ahead and just buy it with them already connected to it. But I just wanted to note, or just let you guys know, the reason why the solder wasn't, you know, nice and smooth and pretty was because I was rushing. I made another video basically how to go about making this one work and showing you guys how to assemble it from scratch with these pins not even being on it, and then actually make it connected to it and then able to be used. So that video is about to drop too. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. So yeah, that pretty much concludes all of the different most known Arduino microcontrollers. The only one that's really missing is just the Mega. But I mean, that's not something that you will want to buy if this is your very first microcontroller or you're just now learning how to use these things. And that concludes this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. It really do help my channel when it comes down to the YouTube algorithm. If you guys have any questions regarding anything, just hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on the gram at DreThePlug 123. And then also go check out my other YouTube channel. This is actually my second channel. My first one was called Andre ClassicCuts. I basically go in and give tutorials about all types of different haircuts. I actually show people how to do different type of things with the clippers that has never been done. And I pretty much go into detail as to why certain things happen. So definitely go check out that channel. Besides that, be on the lookout for my next content that's dropping. Be on the lookout for it because it's coming real soon. And I'm out.